Hey everyone, it's Marcus. I wanted to create a new tutorial, but this is for cxcregister that I've been developing, and specifically it's just to show you how the software can be used in conjunction with a localhost install of Apache MySQL PHP, a WAMP server on a Windows. And if you don't know what WAMP is, it's really interesting and easy to use. If you Google WAMP, you'll find it and you can install it. And when it's installed on your little toolbars, there'll be a little icons here. It'll be a little W. If you not right click it, you can manage it right there. For our example here, or for when you use this ever, you're going to want to turn the PHP display errors off because they'll show all kinds of stuff, warnings. And this is the landing page. Like you see, I'm just browsed at localhost, and I get, since I have it already installed, it shows me this introduction page with a bunch of links. The PHP MyAdmin for administrating your MySQL. Here I have it open over here, and I have databases installed already. When you install, you won't have any there. For my cxcregister, I do include, when I'm going to distribute it, a sample website. It has all the files in it, including, there's also an SQL page, not in this folder, but the one I distribute. And you'll just need to, I have a little readme that'll explain to you what you need to change for it to work for you. And you could get this up and running to test and play around with it. You can take the SQL file that'll come with that, throw it into your PHP admin right here, and click go, and it'll create the database where you would create like whatever you want to name it, and then it will, like cxc web here, and then it will add the databases that are needed for the little sample site to run. Alright, with that said, let's look at the program, cxcregister. I have a lot of stuff open, I know. This is what it looks like so far. The main page. This will populate when I do a price check. There's an inventory to create a database of items that you want to sell. For my example here, I only have one item added. I have categories. When you get this program first, well, I don't want to get too much into explaining this, but you would add your APIs after you get it licensed for Poloniex, Cripsy, Bittrex. Then you would need to add items that you want to sell. Now, if you want to, customers can be added on the fly when they come, or I also suggest adding an anonymous customer that you can use for if you're going to make a sale. Like here, I'm going to click this item and make a price check. The next step after the price comes back is going to want a customer that is going to be associated with the sale when it gets submitted. Here it found a price for a non-coin and for $1 item, and it returned the wallet address and a QR code. My next step would be pick who's buying it, either add it if it's going to be something shipped, or in this case, if it's like a person sale, I'm going to pick an anonymous customer and I'm going to submit the order, and then it will show me the purchase page, which is as I have been testing it, I have 3 entries in purchases that are pending. They've been initiated, but they're never going to be filled because this is just tests. Real sales. The application now, as you see with this little red green, is checking these purchases at the exchanges to see if the deposit came, and then the deposit will show if it's been confirmed, and when it reaches a certain amount of confirms, depending on the exchange and the coin, it will be available to you on your exchange, and then you can have the order will show as complete. It'll show pending, and then when the confirms reach the point where it's available to you, that will be a complete sale, and you can finish the purchase order. Also, one important feature of the cxcregister is that it can handle all emails. Like if you are going to use a website and you don't want to use WAMP, it probably can handle sending the emails that are coded in the pages I made. But on WAMP, I actually, WAMP can't handle the emails of the localhost little site I made. So I'm going to have, I coded the site to also use the CXC register to send emails. So you can set it up for this right here on this page for the SMTP settings that it will use to send emails to the customer. Like the email will be sales initiated, sales confirmed, and all that stuff. As well as even when they log into the site, their password recovery, things like that. So that's kind of cool. I like that. And if you have a good one, you can have it send in any email you want. If you don't have something like that, you could use Gmail, but it will send with whatever email account you use. That'll be the email they see when they get their notifications as customers. Now finally, I can't help but explain stuff as I see it. The web integration section is what the site is going to connect to, and it's a listener that listens to on a port you choose. Now in my pages, these are the defaults, so I left them as the defaults, and I'm going to start the server. And that's really it. The program is ready to listen for connections from my little localhost site. And I'm going to go to the page. Here it is. As you see, I'm now browsing my little site through my WAMP. And I already went through the whole creating an account. I'm logged in. I can go purchase stuff. I'll go to the sale item test here, which is a $1 test item. Now let's see if it connects to, I'll bring it back up. There's a little feed log there. We should see something show up there when I click. I'll pick a coin, dark coin, and I'll submit. So you can see it did receive from the site a little string, all the information it needed to do a price check for dark coin for $1. And it returned the data. It says I need 0.53 blah blah blah. And I got 5 minutes to accept and confirm, so I'll accept. It will return to me the deposit address that I need to send these dark coins to complete this order. I'm not going to go through that step, but that would be the next step in putting the transaction ID and confirming. And it would see that too. You see, here's another string for when I accepted it. When I send confirm, it sends the data to the register so it can do what it needs to do with it. And that basically is all that I wanted to show you about it. In the future, that can be expanded to having a lot of the console features also presentable in a localhost browser, almost like the browser is the application. And I hope that was informative, and I'm looking forward to this as now just a beta expanding into a really elaborate and useful tool for the crypto community. Thanks for listening. I'll see you later.